So in my previous video, I have showed you about the importance of config.json, which is the main brain of the file which contains all the logs of the security in the system. Now let me show you how can you actually use sandbox here. So see here, for using sandbox, we need to open a new PowerShell like this. Fine. Now, basically, in uh, this sandbox, we know that we have to install Node.js for this. Okay. Why do we need to install Node.js? Because sandbox virtually runs on Node.js if we want to run OpenClaw here, right? So in my system, Node.js is already installed. Okay, as you can see that I already have Node.js here. Okay, so basically, if I am trying to install OpenClaw again, it is won't be feasible here in the sandbox, right? So what we would be doing here is that we know we will be just checking that why we have to use the sandbox here. Fine, we have to use sandbox because it actually provides an isolated environment, because any automation experiments which we do outside of the sandbox, it will not affect your main system. Okay, for example, I'll run this command. This is the command which is actually used to write the text from the sandbox in the main PC to the new file which is sandbox test. So if I run this, this basically writes the command. Okay, now if I see my directory, sandbox is containing here, right? This means that it has copied the text from my main file to the this new file sandbox text. Okay, I'll just close this one now. Fine. If I close this and I open my PowerShell again, if I run this as administrator, and if I just run this command, see, I can see sandbox.txt here, right? But if I just completely close this now, okay, I'm just closing this completely now. Okay, my server is still running, but I will open my sandbox again. Why am I showing this is because if we want to run OpenClaw here, this will be the same thing happening. So for as per for security concerns, this is a good option because it shows our secure configuration and local binding and also security audit, and also it provides an operating system level isolation. See, this is a completely new hyper machine which is running on a local PC, right? So this completely ensures your isolation with any kind of an external environment which is bound to harm this. So I will just start my PowerShell again and I will run this as administrator. So now I will, let's wait for this. So now I will just run this command of directory to check whether anything is containing here or not. Okay. So see, sandbox.txt is gone. I have copied that, and now after I close this, even if my server is running in the main PC, there is no effect on this sandbox at all. So this basically shows that any risky or configuration tested here will not persist and it cannot affect the host system. So that's basically the main difference which we are using here, and why we have to use sandbox for security reasons. So this is one of the main reasons which we are doing. So thank you for watching.